You still remember that embarrassing thing you did years ago, that wrong answer you gave in class, the joke nobody laughed at, or the moment your voice cracked in front of everyone. And somehow your brain kept all of it. It didn't kept the normal Tuesday before it or the happy lunch after it, just that one horrible second. Most people assume this means they are insecure or even broken, or that the moment really was as bad as it felt. But that's not quite right. Your brain didn't save that memory because it hates you, it saved it because for most of human history, embarrassment was dangerous. Humans are social animals, not in the cute way, in the survival way. For almost all of human history, being accepted by the group was not just nice, it was life or death. If your tribe rejected you, you didn't just feel lonely, you lost protection, you lost food, you lost the people who noticed predators before you did. A human alone in the wild was not independent, was almost dead. So your brain evolved to care intensely about social mistakes, not because it wanted you to feel awkward, because awkwardness was a warning system. Embarrassment is basically your brain saying, something just happened that might lower your status. Remember it, do not repeat it. But embarrassment doesn't end when the moment ends. The memory of the embarrassment has another job. It becomes a training file. Your brain stores emotionally intense moments differently from ordinary ones. And one of the main reasons is a small almond-shaped structure deep inside your brain called the amygdala. When something feels threatening, shocking, painful, or socially dangerous, the amygdala tells the rest of the brain, pay attention, this matters. Then it helps strengthen the memory. This is why you can forget where you put your keys 10 minutes ago, but remember one sentence someone said to you 10 years ago. Your brain is not saving information based on accuracy. It is saving information based on emotional weight. And embarrassment is heavy. Because embarrassment is not just one emotion. It is a mix of fear, shame, surprise, and self-awareness. You are not only remembering what happened, you are remembering how you looked while it happened. That is what makes it so sticky. A happy memory can be warm, a funny memory can be pleasant, but an embarrassing memory comes with a camera pointed at you. You become both the person living the moment and the person watching yourself fail. That second perspective makes the memory loop. You replay it, you adjust it, you imagine what other people thought, you rewrite what you should have said. And every replay teaches the brain the same lesson again. This mattered. So the memory gets stronger. This is the cruel part. Your brain thinks replaying embarrassment is helping you avoid future danger. But every time it replays the memory, it can accidentally preserve it. Scientists call this reconsolidation. When you remember something, the memory does not simply play like a video. It becomes temporarily changeable. Then your brain stores it again. So, if you remember an embarrassing moment while feeling shame or panic, your brain may store it again with those feelings attached. The memory survives because you keep resaving it. But here's what makes this even stranger. Other people probably do not remember your embarrassing moments the way you do. There is a psychological effect called the spotlight effect. In 2000, researchers Thomas Gilovich, Victoria Medvec, and Kenneth Savitsky ran a famous experiment. They had students wear an embarrassing t-shirt into a room with other students. The person wearing the shirt thought nearly half the room would notice it. In reality, far fewer people did. The embarrassing thing felt huge to the person experiencing it, but to everyone else, it was just another detail in a room full of details. This happens constantly. You are the main character in your own mind, but everyone else is trapped inside their own mind too. They are thinking about their own face, their own mistake, their own terrible thing they said 3 years ago. The moment you replay at midnight, as if the whole world recorded it, was probably deleted from everyone else's brain by dinner, but not yours, because for you it had survival value. This is also why embarrassing memories often beat happy ones. Happy moments tell your brain, that was good. Embarrassing moments tell your brain, that was dangerous. Fix it. And danger gets priority. This is called the negativity bias. Negative experiences often capture attention more strongly than positive ones. They are processed more deeply. They are remembered more easily. They influence future behavior more powerfully. And from an evolutionary point of view, this makes sense. If you forget a compliment, nothing terrible happens. If you forget which person humiliated you, you might trust the wrong person again. The brain is not fair. It is practical. It does not ask, "Was this your happiest day?" It asks, "Could this hurt you again?" That is why one embarrassing second can outlive 100 peaceful hours. But there is another layer. Embarrassment needs a self. The kind of embarrassment that haunts you years later requires something advanced. You need to imagine how you appear inside another person's mind. Psychologists call this self-conscious emotion, and that ability is powerful. It lets humans cooperate, follow rules, apologize, build reputations, and live in groups. But it also gives you the mental machinery to torture yourself. Because once you can imagine what others think of you, you can imagine it forever, even when they are not there. Your brain can summon an invisible audience at any time. And that audience is usually much harsher than the real one. This is why embarrassment often appears when you're alone, in the shower, in bed, walking home, or when you try to sleep. Nothing is happening in the outside world, but inside your head, the tribe has returned, and you're back in the circle, back in the exact second your brain marked as socially dangerous. The body can even react as if it is happening again. Your stomach drops, your face tightens, you cringe, you make a noise out loud even though nobody is there. That is how real the memory feels. But the memory is not proof that the moment mattered as much as you think. It is proof that your brain tagged it as useful. Useful does not mean accurate. Useful does not mean important. Useful does not mean everyone remembers. It just means your brain found a lesson in it and refused to throw the file away. And sometimes the lesson is outdated because you're not living in a small tribe where one mistake can get you abandoned in the dark. You are living in a world where people are overwhelmed, distracted, anxious, and mostly thinking about themselves. The audience your brain fears is usually not watching. The trial ended years ago. You're the only one still presenting evidence. So the next time an embarrassing memory attacks you, don't treat it like a prophecy. Treat it like an old alarm, a system built to protect a social animal from being rejected by the group. It is not there because you are weak. It is there because your ancestors survived by noticing every tiny threat to belonging. Your brain saved the awkward moment because once belonging meant survival. But now the danger is mostly gone. The group moved on. The people aged. The moment disappeared. And the only thing left is a brain still trying to protect you from a world you no longer live in.